name is Coach B, the CEO, co-creator of Extraordinary Outcomes. I'm an ordinary person with extraordinary aspirations who believes in living life fully alive. Welcome to the Hope Channel for your Monday morning magic, where inspiration plus information equals transformation. Good morning, good morning, good morning, CEOs. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good Monday morning, CEOs. My name is Coach B, the CEO, the co-creator of Extraordinary Outcomes. Welcome to Monday Morning Magic, where inspiration plus information equals transformation. I have an awesome topic for you today. Let me just pull it up. How are you guys? I really would like to know. Listen, you can leave it in the chat. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe if you like what we're doing here. And when I say we, meaning that it is a community, that I am not doing this by myself. I am out here to inspire, to inform, and transform people so that they can have the quality of life that they are looking for, that they want to have. Again, my name is Coach B, and today's topic is overcoming setbacks and building resiliency. I want to step back for a moment and say, how was everybody's weekend? Was it good? Did y'all watch the Grammys? The Grammys were lit, right? They did the 50-year anniversary of hip hop. Beyonce broke a record. Viola Davis is now an EGOT. We are making strides. One of the things that I love watching about people who are successful in their given talent or craft is when they talk about overcoming setbacks and becoming resilient. So I don't know anybody that is successful, any human being on this earth that hasn't had a setback in their life. Matter of fact, there are some people who will be watching this live or on the replay who have had setbacks or currently in a setback or just recently overcoming a setback. I am trying to figure out what's going on Facebook. Y'all know I struggle with this every week, trying to find out what the right way is to make sure I can see you, you can see me on Facebook, but no problem. We'll figure it out eventually. We'll figure it out. I think maybe it just didn't come up because it normally comes up a button that says go live. But anyway, that's a setback because I really want to communicate with people on Facebook. I want my viewers on YouTube to watch in real time. And you might say, Lila, 7:30 on a Monday morning, why would you pick this time of morning to do Monday Morning Magic? Well, let me tell you a little bit about that. 7:30 is a sweet spot. It could be at the end of your roundup for going to work. Maybe you're on the bus. Maybe you're on the subway. Maybe you're commuting. Maybe you're walking to your destination. And it's a good time, everybody is on their cell phone, but it's a good way to do something positive and set the tone for the day, and also set the tone for the week. So setbacks, everybody has them. Everybody has to overcome them. How do we build resiliency? First, let's look into what is a setback. A setback is something that happens that delays or prevents a process from developing. Let's take a look at this definition again from Cambridge, right? Something that happens that delays or prevents a process from developing. Something that happens. It could be unexpected. It could be a perceived setback. And when I say a perceived setback, it could be in the way that we are thinking about a current situation. So more times than not, there's something happening. And notice they use that word something because we can't, something is a good word, right? Because we can't be very specific about what this thing is. Because the something could be anything for anybody. The setback could be financial. The setback could be health. The setback could be career. The setback could be in the way that I'm thinking about a situation or a circumstance. So this is a perceived setback. And setbacks sometimes are multi-staged. What do I mean by that? So there's a big concern, and then right underneath the big concern, there are other elements that are attached to it. But for instance, a person gets laid off from work. So that's the big setback. But it also creates a financial setback. It can create a mental setback. It can create an emotional setback. Where am I going to get another job? Do I have enough money saved? How am I going to pay the bills? Will I find another job in time? Those are actual setbacks, right? It can feel like a crisis sometimes. But a perceived setback is something I think is going to happen, so I don't show up in the way that I need to show up. I don't show up in the way that I need to show up. And I just got the cue to start the live video. Here we go. Now, wait a minute. I see myself. Give me 1 second. I'm setting it up. It says I can go live right now. And so I'm live on Facebook. So if you see me looking at my screen, turning around to look at Facebook, it's all good because we live on Facebook and we're live on StreamYard and YouTube. So what I was saying, back to what I was saying, is this. So you can have an actual setback that has multi-layered issues and or concerns associated with that. And what do I mean when I say that? What I mean is, for example, the one I just gave, a person loses their job. Then it's, can I pay the bills? Can I find another job? Do I have enough money saved? My job was my identity. These are setbacks. But then there's a perceived setback. And a perceived setback is not something actual, but it's in a way of thinking. And what do I mean? I did something once or twice before. It didn't work out the way I thought it would work out. So now I'm faced with a similar situation, and I have it made up in my mind already that it's not going to work out this time because it didn't work out the last 2 times. So now I'm delaying my process in achieving a goal. I'm delaying the process of doing something that could be important because the last 2 or 3 times I tried it, it did not work the way that I had anticipated. It just didn't work. So now I perceive that it's not going to work out at all. So then I don't take the actions that are needed to move forward. There's a delay in the development. There's a delay in the process of the development. Then there are cases where the setback can be perceived and actual at the same time. So it could be true that I got laid off at the job. That's actual. They gave me the pink slip said, hey, your services are no longer needed, and I'm out of a job. But the perceived part is, oh, I'll never find another job. I won't earn the same income that I had before. Oh, I got to start from the bottom all over again. That's a perceived setback. And if this perceived mental way of being, this thinking, gets in the way, then the duration of the setback will last longer. I want that to kind of sit with you, marinate for a little while, right? Because setbacks do not have to be as lengthy as some of them are. Sometimes we add more to it than it actually has to be. I'll give you an example of something. There's something that you want to do, and you have lost your confidence. You don't trust the process anymore. You don't feel like you have control over the situation. So the more we feel, I feel, you feel, because notice it does say self or others, the more I feel, you feel, or you think others feel or think, that this thing is not going to happen, the lack of confidence builds up. That lack of confidence turns into doubt. The distrust is growing and growing and growing. And the feeling of loss of control, feeling powerlessness can keep you from developing that goal. I'll give you an example. A major setback for me. I remember when Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever other virtual thing, Zoom, came out. And they came out at different periods. And I was so stuck in my way of thinking, no, I'm not getting up there. I'm not no TikToker. I'm not doing no YouTube. That's for the kids. I'm old-fashioned. I like things a certain way. And as a direct result of that, my way of thinking, my perceived way of being, it was a major setback for me. Why do I say it was a major setback? I had an opportunity to present myself through those years. And when I look at other content creators or influencers, I've watched how their channels have grown. I see the amount of people that they are reaching on a daily, regular, weekly basis. I had an opportunity to be visible with Monday Morning Magic to inspire people, give people information, transform lives. But I was so caught up in, I'm old-fashioned. So I set myself back. So sometimes setbacks are self-imposed. And other times they're external. Things that happen without your control. But some things happen that's within our control that we impose on ourselves. And if I stay long enough in the setback, I'm going to lose confidence, trust, and feel like I don't have any control over the situation. Setbacks aren't meant to stay forever. So when we talk about building resiliency, how do we overcome setbacks? So setbacks are a delay in a process of development. But overcoming setbacks succeed in dealing with a problem or a situation. But how do I succeed? If I was so successful, I wouldn't have had the setback in the first place. But that's not true. That's not true at all. Setbacks are a normal part of life. As I stated in the beginning, I don't know anybody in the world, any human being in the world, who hasn't had a setback. And for people who are striving to do something more in their lives, they will often have more frequent setbacks. Because how do I know? The more we want to do something, that means we have to take a risk. And the risk means that the outcome may not be the way we want it. So that means automatically there's going to be a setback. So setbacks are a normal part of life. I remember thinking that life was supposed to be perfect. That I shouldn't have no obstacles, I shouldn't have no setbacks. I'm trying to turn around so I can face Facebook too, right? It feels so strange to have two cameras up. But anyway, I remember there was a time when I really perceived that there shouldn't be no setbacks. Life should be a smooth ride. It should be perfect. I was wrong. That was an unrealistic expectation. If you're the type of person that believes, like I once believed, let me tell you right now, it's an unrealistic expectation. I don't care what you're doing in life, there will be setbacks. I don't care if you're trying to become financially wealthy. I don't care if you're in a relationship. I don't care if you're building your career path. As long as we live and breathe, there will ultimately be setbacks. It's normal. Now, what we do with the setback, that's a different story. But setbacks are normal. Setbacks can build internal strength. There's a lot of times when things can show up, obstacles can show up, and the doubt, the lack of confidence, feeling the lack of control can show up. And if I don't succumb, there's one person watching. If I don't succumb, thank you for your support. If I don't succumb to those feelings, that way of thinking, chances are I won't stay in the setback, the obstacle, that long. And the things that I need to do to overcome the obstacle in the setback strengthens me internally. It might build my confidence. It can build my trust for myself and others. In other words, oh, now I know how to do something that maybe previously I didn't know how to do before. Oh, I can get another job. I can earn more money. Oh, I need to change my way of thinking and being so that I can have better results. Setbacks don't last. Now, as I said earlier, they can last as long as we stay in it. You know, there's a biblical saying that joy comes in the morning, that weeping doesn't have to stay forever. And I'm paraphrasing, I'm mixing up biblical things, right? But weeping doesn't have to last always, right? And joy can come in the morning. And that means that a decision has to be made, that I need to operate differently to overcome the setback. So here's the coaching question. Here's two coaching questions, as a matter of fact. What's the one thing you could be today to overcome the setback? What's the one thing you could be today to overcome the setback? So maybe if you lack confidence, maybe it is I could be courageous. Maybe it could be that I can be a leader today to overcome the setback. Maybe instead of being or acting like a victim, I can act victorious and I can step into the situation, the circumstance, and be a leader and change this situation. Then the second coaching question is, what possibility can you create to overcome the setback? So the questions sound a little similar, but let me help you differentiate between the two. The being is who I am. The creator is what I'm going to do. The creation is what I'm going to do. So who do I need to be and what do I need to do so that I can have the outcome that I'm really looking for? Again, two questions, two powerful coaching questions. What's the one thing? It don't have to be a lot of things. What's the one thing you could be today to overcome the setback? Because like I said, setbacks are normal and they're going to happen. So who could you be today? Just one thing. Who could you be today? A leader today, courageous tomorrow, fearless the next day? The one thing that you could be to overcome the setback. And the second question is, what possibility can you create to overcome the setback? So that means that you have to be in action. If I'm thinking about causing something, creating something, I have to show up differently. Just to recap, setbacks are normal. They don't last always. And they can build internal strength. Guys, listen, I want to thank all my subscribers And my viewers, welcome to Monday Morning Magic, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what to do. You can subscribe, you can like, you can share, you can leave a comment. This has been your Monday Morning Magic. Again, subscribe, like, share, leave a comment.